Hey, thanks for tuning in again. Your off-road stuff. And today we got a little upgrade. I know it's been a minute. Sorry, I've been really busy working out of town a lot. Haven't had a whole lot of time to really go do any wheeling or any upgrades. But today we got a new bumper and a new spare tire carrier. Something I picked up off Amazon. I'm gonna try again. I keep saying this. I'm gonna try to figure out how to put the stupid link down in there. If not, it'd just be a picture, and you guys will have to go figure it out for yourselves. Anyways, stay tuned, and we'll see how this goes. Well, got it out of the box. Looks like it comes with a free blanket. All right, let's get this thing open and see what's inside. All right. Some mounting brackets. There's another one. A box full of hardware. Looks like it's for the that's for the spare tire doodad.
All right, let's see what's in here.
I wonder if there's any constructions for this thing. Or at least maybe a couple of good pictures would be nice. All right. Bag of bolts. Yeah, I think that's for this thing. Whoop. There's an empty bag. I think that was in it. A washer. Another set of shackles, clevises, D-rings, whatever you guys want to call those. A springy washer thing. Bunch of hardware, brackets. Oh, looks like a packing list of all the stuff that's supposed to be in here. Yeah, and a couple of good pictures. So this should be interesting. So, like I said, basically just a couple of pictures, no instructions, but I think basically we got to start with getting the spare tire off and then getting the bumper off. Hopefully this is just all plug and play or unbolt and bolt, however you guys want to say it. So let's get going. All right. So, if you guys remember, whoa, hold on. Let's zoom out. There we go. All right. Don't look at this over here. Yeah. Okay. We'll have to take the light bracket or the bracket for the trailer plug off. And I think there's a set of these bolts on both sides, and then there's this bracket, and I think that's it. So my little rock lights that I put on are gonna have to come out. So let's find these. Oh, here they are. And I just reach up in here, a little snippy snip. So I'm not sure if you take the bracket off the frame or you take the bracket off the bumper, but I'm going to make an educated guess, and we're going to pull the bolts off the frame. Whoops, sorry. So I'm guessing you got to take this off because according to the bumper, I believe the plate goes up over here and bolts on the side. So let's get this guy out of the way. All right, so I opened all the hardware. So there's these bolts right here. There's two different lengths. It's kind of hard to see. These ones right here are just a little bit longer than those ones, and the shorter ones, I believe, are what hold the bracket on to the back of the carrier. Because I put the short ones on there, and you can see there's plenty of threads. So I'm guessing those longer ones are gonna go, oh, I'm stuck over here. They're gonna go through the frame into these brackets that have holes. Now, here's something. Let me get you guys down so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh. Whew. All right. So these brackets can go either way, and I didn't see anything in the pictures that showed you which way to put them in, but I think the bolts will fit right there. Let me give one a test drive here. So it threads in. If you put them this way, they sit low, and you have to pick them up in order to get this hole here, which is about the same either way. So I'm gonna put them this way. All right, so this is probably the most difficult part so far, other than sorting out the nuts and the bolts, because, oh, excuse me, that little picture thing they sent wasn't the best. Anywho, so I got the old crane, get the freedom ropes, called like a Y sling or a bridle, cheater rope, whatever you guys want to call it. So I got that right here hooked to our shackle / D-rings. So hopefully I can get this in a position where I could just roll the brackets up that line up in the frame and get a couple of bolts in there. Yeah, so hopefully this will go good. If not, it'll be entertaining. So. All right, so a couple things I noticed off the bat that I'm not super thrilled with, that I think we're going to need to address here, probably in the near future, is one, if you guys can tell. So this isn't super thick material, so this is definitely not a heavy duty bumper. But I think my biggest concern is these recovery points right here for your shackle, D-rings, whatever. They are cut and welded on both. It's cut through, welded on both sides, but you know, being just on this plate here, so being just welded to this back plate, the plates that run to the bumper are way over here, so they're like 3 inches away. So if you put any side load on these things, you could probably end up warping, twisting this plate right here. And then even on a direct pull, you know, all your pressure is just on this plate surface right here. I don't even think this is 1/8 inch. So that's something to keep in mind on recoveries. The hitch down here, they got it tied in pretty good. And then it bolts back to the frame, kind of like the other one did. So I think this is going to be kind of my primary attachment point for recoveries or whatnot. These right here, I might have to come in later and redo this. Maybe put a plate on the back and whatnot. Maybe I'll wait till the paint gets a little more scuffed up before I start doing anything. But the last thing that I noticed that I wasn't super excited about are these backup lights right here. So this surface right here is actually kicked back at an angle. So this light is going to be pointing more in an upward. Didn't notice in the picture. I was hoping that these were a little bit more like here, so they're pointing down more at the ground and not really at the vehicle behind me. So anyways, we'll see how that goes. Maybe I might make like a little wedge shim to get these to be even at least a little bit more flat. Yeah, I don't so far so good. Even the bracket that mounts it to the frame it's a little bit thicker than this material here, but not a whole lot more. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it and see. I mean, I can flex this right here with my hand. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how this thing goes, how it holds up, and we might end up going a different route down the road. All right, so little tip is get your 4 bolts that attach the hitch or the receiver portion of this to the frame. I'd put those in either first, or at least with your bolt, these back bolts really loose, because you have to finagle it to get them to work. So I got those cinched up. It looks pretty flat. I would say it's pretty close to 90 to the body, but I left these bolts back here just kind of snug. I'm going to put the spare tire carrier on next. That way I can kind of see if I need to adjust it this way before I tighten up these bolts real quick.
So there's an adjustment.
Let's see. So obviously those are adjustable, and then that one right there is kind of a stopper. It helps keep it from wobbling this way. So I'm touching on both sides. So I think that's where I want it. So I'm going to go ahead and snug these all up, and then I'll go ahead and tighten the tire down all the way. All right, now I'm not 100% sure if you're supposed to put this on before you put the bumper on, or at this point in time, but I guess we're gonna find out. let's see. Oh, so something I just noticed is, I'm sure you all can see that this little bracket right here covers part of the license plate. So depending on what state you're in our fine state, that's a reason for them to stop you, because or for the police to stop you, because technically you're supposed to be able to see the whole license plate in it, and I guess technically it is an obstruction. And they're not trying to badmouth anybody in any way, shape, or form, but this is just something to watch out for. So they do know, I know that there is a license plate relocation kit. So you can basically take this and it mounts onto where your spare tire goes. So that's probably somewhere in the near future. All right, so go to there it goes. You got a washer, lock washer, and a nut. And I can reach this one. And this is that's a 5mm Allen for these, and the nut is a 13mm. This plate's slotted, but it's only slotted right to left. Okay. So this part, so these two right here, I'm gonna have to get underneath to get these started. That may have been easier to do before I put it on, but too late. All right, well, we got it in. The backup lights work. So I give this on a scale of 1 to 10, probably somewhere in the 6 to 7 category. If I remember right, I paid about $300 or so for this. Definitely getting what you paid for. Considering that some of the really nice ones I think are somewhere around $1,000. You know, there's things that are a lot smoother, a lot tighter, but for what it is and what it's going to do, I think we're okay. Like I said, I'm going to have to do something about my license plate. I think I got the tire up high enough so that when I upsize tires, that I'm going to sit where I want it. And yeah, we'll just see how she handles from here. Yeah, I'm going to make a couple modifications. I'm going to put a pin on the post on the other side where the tire swings so that I can lock it open, because right now it'll just swing. But that's all for future stuff. And yeah, if you guys have any questions on how to put one of these stupid things together, reach out to me. You definitely need to have a little bit of mechanical and not quite engineering, but knowing how things, you know, kind of function and go together. I had to put things together 2 or 3 times to figure out that they weren't the right bolts. They go somewhere else, and the instructions for this thing are pretty much useless. Even the pictures didn't really help. So anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share with friends, ring the bell for notification. Most importantly, have fun, get out, go wheeling. Thank you.